So let's first take a look at what the background artist is having to work with. We can open the comp directly from here and switch gears. We'll become the background artist. And the background artists themselves would actually be, opening Nuke, navigating through the network, and then opening up this script off of disk. So let's go ahead and become the background artist. So as a background artist, we're going to go ahead and open that script. So we're opening a script through the normal open dialog. Remember, we're not loading this in as a live group for these subscripts. I'm actually just opening up. I'm going to work on it. We're going to save it. And then in the master script, we're updating that live group. So I don't need to create a live group out of here. I'm just using the open dialog as this background artist. All right, so let's examine what we have in here. We have our plate, there is the write node, and there is the output node. And we can see that we need to remove some markers inside of here. Okay, so if we look at the shot, we know it's moving in Z space, so we're definitely going to need a 3D camera. And we have that camera track already set for us. So we're going to create a live group. We're going to call in that tool. So let's go ahead and open that up. And let's explore what we have once we load this in. So right away, we can see that we have our camera tab up here, and all the knobs that have been exposed and that we have access to. Now we're going to go ahead and create a camera inside of here, and the reason being is if something changes to this camera track, it gets refined, there's a new version of it, it gets updated. All we need to do to get that information in here is to either reload this live group or version it up to the next one depending on our workflow. But that way we don't have to worry about loading new things in through files or looking forward, etc. The live group gets updated and then it propagates. Now this is especially useful because more than one person is going to be using this, so everyone at the same time can quickly either reload or update, or the next time they open their script inside of here, they'll have the latest version of it, which is quite useful, especially it'll spread throughout multiple users. So okay, I have my camera and my live group, so let's go ahead and start making some links out of here. So I'm just going to Control Alt or Command Alt and go ahead and spread any animated things inside of here. So let's grab our focal length, whoops, like that, and our horizontal and vertical apertures, and the last couple of things. So any animation that we have on here. So now we can see that we've built this expression link out of here, and you can't do that with the pre-comp nodes. This becomes very handy this way because any numerical data and metadata we can pull out of that live group directly into our current script. So let's go ahead and name this something like ShotCam, and then we're set to begin to work. Now, instead of watching all that happen, I have a tool set ready with the markers removed. So let's just go ahead and do that like this. And fantastic, all the work has been done. So now what we can do is go ahead and make a merge. I want this to be my A pipe here. Sorry, this will go my B and my A. And then we have a work in progress on here where the markers are beginning to get removed. Now let's get this output node and actually this into the correct position. This should be down here. So let's go ahead and place that. Build this out a bit better here. Let's clean this up. Wonderful. So now that we've done some work on it, we can go ahead and save this. I'm going to save this as a new comp version. So now we're at BGV02. So now at the same time that this is happening, the foreground artist can be working on their portion of the script. Okay, so now we're the foreground artist. So let's go ahead and we're opening that script off of disk, and we can see what we have inside of here. Okay, so we have our CG. We're going to need to integrate it with the plate. Screen renders are going to be happening for this, and use the IDs for masking. Okay, here is our write node, our output node. So let's go ahead and send this down the line. And obviously we're going to need to be able to see what's going on to start grading. So let's go ahead and call in the background script. So let's make a live group. We're going to point to that background, and we can load in V1 is all we really need at this point, but let's bring in V2, why not? And we have it now inside of here. So that means that we have our plates that we're referencing in, and actually we'll see the cleanup as it goes along. So we can also see the shot progressing as we work through it. And let's go ahead and look. So now we can see what we're dealing with and what we need to do to clean this up. We have our live group tool that's been nicely packaged along, so we have all that information. We can begin to start grading inside of here. Now I do want to bring in some additional data inside of here, and that is the mats and the 3D camera as well. So I'm going to go ahead and under our extra info, let's go ahead and bring the mats inside of here, and also that 3D camera. So again, because we've made that master live group, the camera track as a tool, if things do change and get updated, now the foreground artist will have it, the background artist will have it. We don't have to worry about somebody not or getting that information. So maybe for this section, for the auxiliary data here, I'm just going to make a backdrop for it and leave that packaged off. Okay, so now it's time to go ahead and begin to grade on here. If we look, we need to get all our black and white levels matching. They are completely off. So what we'll do is go ahead and I'm going to progress through this so we can have some progression as we load in these updated live groups in the master script. Let me go ahead and save this as a new comp version, and then we can go and check it out in the master script.